Institutions, they ask for equal dignity in the eyes of the law. The Constitution grants them that right. The decision was welcomed in cities across the country as many celebrated Pride weekend. The White House was illuminated in rainbow colors on Friday, and earlier the president had this to say.
This ruling is a victory for America. This decision affirms what millions of Americans already believe in their hearts. When all Americans are treated as equal, we are all more free.
Mike Barnicle, it's sort of mind-boggling that the president's up there in 2015, and just as early as 2012, Joe Biden got out in front of the president. and Joe Biden's low point politically inside the White House was when he did that, because he became immediately persona non grata. The staff wouldn't talk to him. The president froze him out. They were enraged just 3 years ago that Joe Biden said he supported marriage equality. Yeah, everybody talks about how fast this goes, and they go back to 2004, and the Republicans just go back to the president of the United States that we saw here celebrating in 2015, scared to death in 2012 to get out front and say anything other than he opposed same-sex marriage. And when his vice president did, it was the low point of his political career inside the White House.
The interesting aspect of that, at least to me, was that you had two tracks going then. You had the president's track going then, Jeremy, which is a political track, and the vice president's track going, which, as the vice president is, was awesomely human.
Right. It was personal, it was emotional. I mean, pivoting to Republicans a little bit here, I think a lot of parsing went on Friday as we were trying to look through the Republican responses to this case. And, you know, you can read into the nuance of them as much as you want, but I think one single unifying thread pulls all of these together. And that's that not a single Republican of the 15 or 16 who are running for president supports marriage equality. Not a single one.
There is that.
There is that. But I think this is also just about it's about something larger.
So they're taking the Obama position from 2000. I'm serious.
Right.
Right now they're taking the Obama. Let's just please everybody be clear-eyed about this, because I saw a lot of people in the White House saying, look what we did. Oh, it's amazing, over 8 years. So the Republicans are now taking, to be honest, intellectually, Barack Obama's position in 2012 in his last presidential campaign until Joe Biden embarrassed him and made him come out.
And I think there are a lot of Democrats who would say, and will say to this day, that the president and Hillary Clinton didn't exactly show a whole lot of courage and leadership on that issue at the time. However, what I was saying is I think this is about something larger than just the Republican Party being on the losing side of history here. You don't single out gay Republican in Congress. You had one Republican governor sign on to the amicus brief supporting same-sex marriage. So, you know, you just wonder by the time a Republican in the leadership of the party comes around to supporting this, if it's going to be too late.
Let me just say this first of all.